I have a special and weather report today and a life-saving, hopefully, and very informative weather report on hand today. This is August 15th, 2023 weather report and update. And we're going to talk about what is extremely rare, um, has never happened ever before, only in movies. But we're going to talk about what might happen with the wild world of weather this year in the coming months for the United States. As you've known, for the last 46 days, Florida has had 32 days. In the last 32 days, the heat in Florida was over 100 degrees for 46 sweltering days this summer. Miami sizzled under the heat, and all of Florida. Temperatures toppled 100 degrees for those many days. So I just want to touch on this very sad and possibly the worst situation ever to possibly unfold in the coming months for the United States. We're talking about a hypothetical class of a extreme tropical cyclone that could form if sea temperatures reached approximately 50 degrees Celsius and 13 degrees Celsius warmer than the warmest temperature ever recorded. Also, this type of storm is called a hypercane. Um, if you live anywhere in the Florida Panhandle, anywhere in Florida, along the Gulf Coast of Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, anywhere from that area, all the way from Florida going up the coast to New England. New England's not going to get hit by this, but there's a very high probability that Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and West Virginia, anywhere in the Carolinas and in the Florida area, could experience a hypercane this year in the coming months. I know this has never happened before. Katrina's storm was a Cat 5 hurricane. There, there are people out there called forecasters and news organizations that are not giving out any information on this, but it has been literally verified that a hypercane or a category 6 hurricane will be happening this year. It has never happened ever before. A category 6 hurricane is way worse than Katrina. It's basically the size of Florida all the way up to North Carolina. And if you want to put that into reference, a category 6 hurricane is the size of Texas, which Texas is huge. I mean, it's like maybe 12 Connecticut's in one. So we're just going to put that out there. A hypercane is likely this year, or a category 6, which is another form of saying hypercane. I know in the past there was a movie called 500 Mile Per Hour Storm, which there was a hypercane in that movie. Let's hope this does not happen. But as you know, the temperatures in the ocean are just perfect. You got 100+ degree temperatures in the ocean, and you got 115 degrees for 50 to 60 days almost inland for the whole state. And I want to touch on this as well. In the coming weeks, we're going to have the biggest heat wave of 2023 for the whole United States. That's just going to fuel this thing. And I'm telling you right now, I will get your supplies right now across the Gulf Coast of Florida, Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, everywhere in that area. Even I wouldn't even mind go to Louisiana and then get some stuff right now. You're gonna need it. I'm really hoping that a hurricane does not happen, but if it does, everything in the Carolinas to Florida or the size of Texas will be obliterated, like the worst you've never seen. And I'm praying that this does not happen. News organizations have confirmed that this might happen because of how insanely bad the ocean temperature is, and then how you got inland temperatures the same as the ocean. Think about it, these ocean temperatures are insanely bad. They're killing the coral reefs. I mean, the coral reefs are turning white, which is not good. And I feel bad for Florida's coral reefs and all over the world. I feel bad for all this. But yeah, let's pray nothing bad happens for this area. Um, and in the movie, I mean, they said hypercanes were completely unsurvivable. Let's my theory is this might really happen. I'm really hoping 1,000,000% that this does not happen, because the only thing you're going to hear on the news is when if this does happen is you're going to hear that millions have perished. Let's hope none of this happens. Again, a lot of meteorologists out there, news stations, governors from states, weather forecasters have also touched on this subject, and they're all downplaying it to the point where they don't think it's going to happen. They don't want they don't want to tell people the information that they need to know. That's why I'm putting this out right now. They are hiding. Your government is hiding information right now that could save you. Save your friends, your families, anyone you have. Don't trust the government. Don't trust the organizations of the news. Trust in your brain and trust people around you that hand you this information, because those are the people that are trying to look out for you and your family more than the government and more than your local news broadcasters and more than the weather forecasters. Even the Weather Channel has heard about this possibly happening, and they're not giving out information because they're downplaying it. They don't want people to have a mass panic like they did back in 2019. But in my opinion, it's a very likely chance that this happens to be the first ever hypercane in the United States, and for the world of weather from Mother Nature. I mean, everything I've heard from local news stations and stuff on this is just terrifying. I really, really would be literally in tears if this happens, because that means there would be no more Carolinas left and there would be no more Florida left. Um, and the wind speeds of a hurricane is over 600 miles per hour. Let's just hope nothing happens. I will do another update on this next week on around Friday before September begins. But yeah, just don't trust your government, don't trust your news organizations, and just remember the government, the weather stations, the weather forecasters, the prediction centers, all of them are trying to hide information from everyone, because that's how they do what they do. They hide information to get more popular. Me, I will not hide information. I'm trying to make sure everyone out there that needs information will get it. I'm not the only one on TikTok and stuff like this now forecasting a hypercane. I just want to say that it's very likely it could happen. Um, but let's pray for the coral reefs, pray for the world of the United States, pray for everyone in the Carolinas, pray for everyone in Florida, pray for everyone in Louisiana, pray for everyone in Texas, Alabama, and Mississippi, and also pray for everyone around the United States. And I really hope this doesn't happen. But thank you for tuning into this. And also, if a hypercane is also likely to happen eventually this year, just remember, get to the stores, grab supplies, grab whatever you need before it's too late, because it's better to get supplies now than get them when they're gone. Um, and the thing is to just beat all the other people there to get supplies. Stay tuned for the next one. Thank you. God bless.